YouTube send a notification. They think say what they are gonna wear, what they are gonna wear. YouTube send a notification them quick and fast. Quick and fast. Send out the notification them. The people them forward in and enough it up. Is it? Son of Lightning, big up yourself. See the people them are rolling one by one. One knock Pirate the King. People them are rolling. Passionate kid there. Big up the vlogger there, so. X-Jenna Entertainment. Fully Gaza, big up yourself. Briggy Mac, long time supporter of the thing, big up yourself. Win some. Sometimes you lose, but most time you win some. Big up yourself. Supersonic Mac, big up yourself. Check. One Link Gaming, big up no man. Internet up. Long time. Don't know, say 7:45, so we hand time. You see me, Garnet Mackenzie. Don't know, say when the live you done it, I go start a frenzy. You see me? Big up to the people and we are rolling. You see me? Want some people rolling and nice up a fight. People, YouTube send a notification and people click the like button. It is essential and important that you click the like button, that YouTube can know. YouTube can know that this program that is taking place, that persons are enjoying the program. You understand? So click that like button now. Click that like button right now. Much like we have already on the stream. Everybody there supposed to can click the like. $28. Come on, man. 44 people there. Click the like. Click up the like button, people. Click up the like. Click up the like. You see it? Wi-Fi up, but I want to tell you, say, I did want, I don't know. Yeah, man, we live, man. Click up the like button. Alright, people. So, I want to say, when you're ready now, we're going to have a mad interview today. Get a message, as well, I say, a ZJ Chrome, I go forward. So we're gonna have some important topics we want to discuss. We're gonna have some important topics we want to touch on. Get what me I say? So that are the vibe right now. So I could test something. Yeah man, smash the like button. I could test something. School soon start, of course. School soon start, of course. So hold on, just hold on. People, make sure so on click the like, you know. Cause they are live now. What I'm gonna say? What I'm going for this? Yeah man, the sound. Yeah, so tell them to like up the live. I said that already. Been tell them to like up the live, that's what I've been saying all me there. When I like up the live people, the more you like up the live, the more YouTube can send out notification. The more good now. Yeah man, good to go man. Now hear me now? Plugged in? Okay. Alright, so here we are going now. See? What time now? 5? Um yeah man, I like that. I like that. Yeah, yeah. 62. 62 like the light them up. Yeah. Light them up. So that means that the people are ready. Alright, so here we go on. See? I'm gonna test it out a little. Or I shall just go straight into the interview because I know everybody want to. Are you ready for Chrome now? I'm ask that. Are you ready for Chrome now? Are you ready for Chrome now? Let me see what the people must say. Because I don't know, you know. The interview here. Proper interview. See? Now, people, let me just say that the person we are about to interview, right? The person that we are about to interview, you get what I say, is a very decorated person in dancehall. You get what I say? Very decorated. When I say decorated, I mean a portion of things. You get what I say? When you talk about rhythm success, when you talk about being a zip jack, because when you don't know, say being a zip jack means say more on zip, which is one of the leading radio stations in Jamaica. You get what I say? And probably in the Caribbean as well. Get what I say? And Chrome is a part of that radio station. Not only that, Chrome is a man who play at parties, events, and them things there. So this artist now is what they call a triple threat. Remember artist. This producer is what they call a triple threat. So him can get experience as it relates to the street, as it relates to um the street, as it relates to radio, as it relates to everything. You get what I say? So the man himself,
Well, go on.
DJ Crow.
What you doing, brother?
Yeah, dude. All
Great
right, so
man.
people, see there? Honestly say I'm not girl thing, honestly say the real thing. So again, let me apologize for what took place yesterday because yesterday we was supposed to go live with Chrome and let's see what going. Internet and everything and YouTube and fail and everything. So we apologize to the people. Like up the stream, people. Send up me the notification, them reach, share everything. Because we want everybody to forward to it. Because as we said, this is going to be entertaining and it's going to be educational. So we want everybody forward it. Alright, so as we say, people, we don't know. See, there's the people I say big up DJ Chrome, DJ Chrome. Alright, bless up. So them a big up Chrome that thing. Alright. So cool. Before we go any further, give thanks, brother, for forward on the platform. To come share your experience, to come share your knowledge with us. Right?
Yeah.
And as I said to the people, you're well experienced in that field. You're well experienced in this field, right? All right. So the first question I want you to answer before we go any further is how did you get started as a DJ?
Yo, this is a question I answer all the time. Pretty much one day I was watching BET. I was watching TV, and I saw this guy scratching, and I'm at one bag of stand, and I'm at one bag of things, and I say, yo, that is crazy. That looks sick. I need to try this. And my parents had one of those, what you call those readers with the turntable on top of it, and I put on a record and I started to try and do a thing. And that's where it all started. So I started loving the art, the scratching part, and then I just end up, you know what I mean, loving music altogether. So that's how I started out.
Right. Okay, cool. And so what was the transition like from so that me used to play like in the street and so like parties and so?
Yeah, well, that I'm telling you about, that was at home. I mean, that was my first introduction to any form of record, turntable, and kind of thing. Then I started to love the music. Wanted to buy the records now to play for myself. So I started going to the record shop, buying some records. No lunch at all when I eat. This time I go in high school. No lunch at all. I would buy the records. My other virgin had a next turntable, and you have a sound man down the road who had a mixer, and I just borrow until I have 2 turntables and a mixer, and then I started to teach myself. From there now, I mean, I got a little popular in high school for playing the music. So then I started to do all the Sweet 16. You know, I did every single Sweet 16, you know, in school at that time until I upgraded to doing stuff like Sports Day, Fun Day, you know, and there's a song in my ear now by the name of Little Wicked at the time. And I joined the song and start to play at bars and them kind of thing there. Any little party them have, that's me.
Right.
Weddings, anything, that's me. And that's what the experience built, you know what I mean? And then after that now, we graduate onto clubs, other sound systems than radio.
Okay. So what was the transition like from that to radio? As in, how different was it for you to transition from that type of setting to a radio vibe?
You know what? From high school, I wanted to be on radio. You know, so I did everything. I went to college. I did everything to be on radio. So for me, it wasn't hard. Yes, it's different because you're playing in a box by yourself, you know. But there's a fun element to playing in that box. You can do anything you feel like. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the crowd. You don't have to worry about keeping drawing out the party long and you know, and ensure that people enjoy themselves. You just do you get to do you. So the transition wasn't that bad for me. As I said, I love the art of DJing, so I got to show my skills on radio. So it was good.
Okay, great, excellent. And you started radio back in when about 2007, 2006 thereabout?
You know, a lot of people think that, but I started radio in 2003. 2003 was actually my first time. Nobody noticed me until 2007, 2008. That was when people started to say, yo, the youth, you have a vibe. You know what I mean? So I've been there from 2003 to almost like 4 or 5 years before anybody actually noticed me. So yeah, 2003.
All right. So then, how you come up with the name Crow?
Actually,
what was the reason for that?
No, that name was given to me. Well, my name is Sean, and I used to work with DJ Sean at the time. When I got to radio, they're like, yo, we're not going to work with that. You know, and a few options were laid out on the table. And then Chrome was the one that stood out to me. And I said, yo, I like Chrome. I'm going to work with that one. So it was actually
given to you. All right. So as you said, at that time, the transition wasn't that difficult one then from the street from that to radio.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Because I just music. And you love playing music.
I love playing music.
The first rhythm, right, what we have documented, because again, you are one of the few or one of the first producers that came from radio. In terms of being a ZJ, working on Zip, and then transitioning towards productions now, so producing the music. Your first project, right? Based on what I'm seeing here, was it who? Dan Carlin?
Was it Dan Carlin?
Dan Carlin.
Actually, I did a project before that. No, was it before? No, the first real project was Dan Carlin. I was a guy. I love remixes. I love freestyles and those kind of stuff. So besides being a DJ, I was also a sound engineer. So I got hired to be a DJ / sound engineer. All right. So I used to work in a recording studio. So at that point, I used to, whenever the artists come, I used to say, yo, big I want freestyle, whatever it is. Me and Busy Signal had a link. Like me and Busy does had this real link because Busy does creative differently. And go in the studio one day and Busy freestyle on song for me, and it's like, I say, yo, it's sick. And Busy look at me and Busy say, yo, Chrome. You know, say, can't just make this be a freestyle. We have to turn it into one song. And at that point, one of my favorite producers of all time, well, one of my favorite producers was Dan Carlin. You understand? Now Dan ended up being one of my favorite producers of all time. And I just reached out to Dan and said, Dan, I have that song here. What do you think? You understand? Can we knock something with this? You know, and that's how it started. You know, Dan knocked up something, and then came the Chromium rhythm.
Chromium, right. So Chromium, for those of you who don't remember or don't know, it features a song from VYBZ KARTEL. The same song as the
Work it
like a factory. Yeah. And then MAVADO twice a day. So these were big hits for MAVADO and VYBZ KARTEL at the time. So what is it like for this being your first project were at artists here at the time. Okay, you know, most producers kickstart them thing is like with some young artists. These were big artists at the time.
All right.
Are
Well,
hot.
first, I need to mention that Chroma Rhythm, if you check it right now, it don't have that busy signal on it. The same busy I was telling you about.
Okay.
It doesn't have it on it. Up to now, that song isn't released. You know, but starting out, I had the help of Dan Carlion. You understand? I had the respect being a radio DJ. I did my time in radio. You know what I mean? I did my time, and I showed these artists strength and love at the time. So when, you know, I reach out and Dan reach out, that was the one that linked Kartel for me. And when I reached out to MAVADO, so they were like, okay, all right, we give our strength and see what is what. So that's how I started as, you know, getting those big artists on my radio.
And that was a huge rhythm. That rhythm was very successful because I say, it's like this now is when MAVADO even find a wicked girl song right there. So you know when MAVADO just about most people have him sing bad man song, and so this was MAVADO now about girls.
Right.
The girls. So that was great. It was awesome. Now we go to 2009, right? You drop a massive rhythm. I tell you, say up to that day, I'm one of the baddest rhythm this in a dancehall, right? Triple bunks. Triple bunks. So it features artists like VYBZ KARTEL, MAVADO, Bugle, Mr. Vegas, Aidonia, Beatman. Them are legend. To this day, them people are legend right now. And at the time, these were hot artists at the time. The beat alone make you want to move. What was the selection like? What was the selection process like getting these artists on this thing? This is more than a rhythm.
All right. You see, what happened is, as a DJ, the ultimate goal is always to make people dance. And
by the way, hold on. But before you go no further, I'm gonna add this. People, the triple bounce rhythm, because a lot of persons probably don't remember it from the beat. At the same beat of MAVADO, Hope and Pray. The same beat of VYBZ KARTEL Bicycle. The same beat where I say, me a roll in from Green Jail with a pound of marijuana. You see me same beat where no that big beat there. Portion about that.
Yeah. So as a DJ, I love to see people dance. And I wanted a rhythm where make people move. So I linked with Genius at the time, linked up with Genius, and I had this idea, and we listened to the idea together, and Genius came up with that. You understand? It was out of this world. Now, for me, it wasn't about anything more than getting some bad song. You know what I mean? I love music at the time, so I just link everybody. I just call MAVADO, link Kartel, you know what I mean? I just call everybody that was good Aidonia, link Aidonia. Everybody hear it and say, yo, yeah man, ready. And by the time a voice, let's say, this is just an example, by the time a voice Aidonia, another artist link and say, yo, me Aidonia voice power beat them, can I get it? You understand? Yeah, and that's how it spread and spread. If you notice, Triple Bones have like about 18 songs on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's how it went. So the selection wasn't hard. Back in those days, people love music, and if them hear a bad beat, them want to jump on it. You understand? So that's how it came about, pretty much.
So as I said, Triple Bunks are one of the baddest beat them. You get to me and say, now the Triple Bunks rhythm to me is one of the best dancehall jugglings. Because when I go to the juggling aspect now, as where you just jumping on the beat. For the last 15 years or so. Because if you play Triple Bunks right now, the party move. Right. If you play the juggling right now. Explain why you think it was so successful.
Well, I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn, but yes, it's a good rhythm in general. It's a good juggling in general. But separate and apart from that, it's the times, you know, the times, those are the days when people, you didn't have so much music coming out. So therefore, when a rhythm come out, a rhythm can actually last. You know what I mean? Like if you produce a good rhythm, it's gonna stand the test of time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those artists also on that beat are still relevant today. You know, those
True.
artists, they are still relevant today. That also helped a lot. And as I said, the beat where you dance to, you can't warm up with triple bounce. If triple bounce drop, you have to move. You understand? So it's like, I think those are the elements that actually make the rhythm survive the test of time. Generation beyond generation.
So the triple bounce came out about when 2009, right?
Right.
Thereabouts. Yeah, 2009, and this was shortly after the whole Sting vibe between VYBZ Kartel and MAVADO, right? What was the vibe like getting them two factions on the same beat? Was there any?
No vibe. There's no vibe. Like as I said before, these people love music. If like in those days, if MAVADO voice on a rhythm, Kartel wanted upon the rhythm. If Kartel voice on it, MAVADO want voice on it. If Vegas voice on it, another artist want to jump on it. It's just a vibe.
They just love it.
Yeah, they were more for the music than for themselves, pretty much. You understand? They're like, yo, the rhythm that can't miss me. You understand? Yeah, so if you notice, Kartel have 2 songs on that rhythm.
Yeah, man, Kartel have 2 songs. I have Bicycle. And not only that, remember I have Raw and Clean version too. So what do you think about it?
Because in those days, the Kartel sing over the radio edits. He never just mute out the words. Him sing over a radio version to it. So it's almost like him sing a new song in the same melody. You know what I mean?
Wow. So there's definitely a difference them time there in comparison to now. So Chrome 2010, right? We move to the Mad Color beat.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think you ever have a beat like this in a dancer. People, for those who don't know, the Mad Color beat, a Mad Color beat, right? That was it, Mad Color rhythm.
Yeah, man. Mad Color.
Right. This rhythm featured songs from collaborations only. So every song on the beat here was a collaboration, right? When how you think about this?
Yeah, well, listen, I just wanted to do something different. At the time, the tempo of dancehall was anywhere between 110 triple bounce speed there, up to 100 and high, 140, 150. That was the tempo, the BPM. Now in 2010, now I decided that I want to do something different. And how can I be different? Okay, I said, all right, I'm going to slow down the beat. Right, so I made a slower beat. But I link up with Chimney with that beat. Me and Chimney created that beat. I linked them and I said, I want something like this. I gave them a song and let them play with it and knock something around it. And then they gave it back to me and I switched it up. But yeah, that was it. I wanted something different. And the only thing I could come up with at that time was make every song a collaboration. You understand? So I decided that let's do a Mad Color. You understand? I said I didn't want a 2-way collab with any song. I wanted more than 2. Had to be more than 2 because a 2-way collab is normal. So I wanted something more than 2. So that's how that's the approach I had with it. So I link every artist with that approach, and this was a result. Of course, everybody had their teams at that time. So everybody just kind of work in their team and try and that's the easiest collaboration to work in a team.
Right. So this rhythm now, for those of you who don't remember, this rhythm now did have on the big song, Clarks. Get a man said did have on This Is How We Do It, that are Elephant Man and Bounty Killer. It did have on some selectors did up on there as well. On their own song. Right, Gully Side it did it. I represent. And
you had Assassin and Bounty Killer.
Assassin.
Right. So
right. So people, this was a crazy rhythm. And probably the two big songs from it was The Clocks and This Is How We Do It. And even up until this day, them song their big song. Now, recently Chrome, Popcorn and Protege sang Royalty,
Yeah.
right? In it Popcorn say Proto, man I set it like 3 card.
Yeah.
Remember when me just get the first undercard. Cartel say Clocks. So and that me did record. Shell the World, my first hit record. Right? And what me I get from this, what Popcorn says that this was a song that helped to launch Popcorn career to the world. Right? Not only that, this song, so Chrome, when me I try to show the people, and based on your creativity, you were able to to help launch two successful artists to the world, which is Vanessa Bling and Popcorn. Because
Right.
one song do that, not only that, Clocks has been one of the most successful songs as it relates to influencing dancehall culture, no matter about the culture of Jamaica, with the whole Clocks wearing, and you don't know, Clocks from in England did actually come across and endorse the song and the Clocks, them that increase. So, how does it feel, Chrome, for know say you help for Boss Popcorn and Vanessa Bling and make Clocks sell on the level where it did I say?
Yo, the
You
way you
must
look at it,
laugh,
I
you
don't.
must smile.
No, the way
Yeah.
you look at it, I don't. At the time, I was just doing music. I was doing what I love. You understand? And I just trying to be creative in my world. I'm happy that it got the success that it did. I'm happy that we get to break artists out of this one record. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, I wasn't viewing it from that perspective of how does it feel to break a new talent. Because I mean, as a radio DJ, we do it every day, like play different songs and whatever we like. But I mean, in general, it always feels good to know that somebody that you endorse becomes some star down the line. You know what I mean? It always feels good. Maybe if you ask maybe one of the artists themselves, they probably say, "No, that never helped me." Maybe they'll say that. You know what I mean? Or maybe they don't see the contribution.
Right.
It did. But for me, at the time, I just do music. You get me? I said, and from I do something love, there's nothing. You know, I just do it for my art, and that's it.
Right. Well, as what me say, probably you have been modest, but me can tell you, that song there are one of the biggest song for the last decade, if not the biggest song. And as what me say, just by sheer impact alone on the culture, impact on the dancehall fraternity in terms of Popcorn and Vanessa Bling, because you know so them are the two top students, or two of the top students from the Gaza at the time. Trust me, that was a huge, huge success. You get what me I say? And
Yeah.
me have to big you up and give you thanks for that, because to this day, Clocks is a song where impact and influence the generation. Now, in the same 2010, following your success from the Mad Collab, you went reggae, right? So you kind of
Yeah.
change the pace with cardiac bass. So Christopher Martin, Paper Loving,
Yeah.
right? That was a big song internationally. In Africa, Kenya, and those. What was the reason behind? Because when I get from Chrome, based on how me I follow your musical journey, it's like you move from different level to different things. It's like your creativity they all over the place. In not the one place. What was that like? Why? Why you
Um,
done? Yeah.
well, I mean, in the same 2010, I did dancehall effects also. I think that was the later part of the year. But I mean, for me, I hated reggae music. One drop reggae music, I hated it. Growing up as a DJ.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So at this point now, I was going into radio now. I started to hear more reggae, and I kind of appreciate them a little more. Or down to the latter part of my career. I mean, before I come into radio, I started to appreciate reggae a little more. I wanted to do something different. Again, as usual, I tried to challenge the market. So if the market is going east, I'm going the other direction. You understand? So I wanted to challenge myself. I said, yo, I want to make a reggae rhythm. And when I make this reggae rhythm, I want it to make different. So I didn't want the traditional reggae sounding, So I went to the studio with Christopher Birch, and I shared my idea with him, and we added some heavy EDM synths into a reggae beat. That was the result. Cardiac bass, you know what I mean?
Cardiac bass, right, hard.
Yeah, so I keep challenging myself, challenging the market. You know, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I always tell myself that, you know, I try to do something that's a little bit different. But when I say different, I don't mean way over there. So you understand? Just have to be a little bit different from what's going on now. So that's what I did with that. So I fell in love with reggae. So, by the time in my career, I fell in love with reggae and I decided I'm going to try that.
Why? That kind of telling for you say you never too like reggae. I kind of get you in terms of the whole juggling thing and the whole vibe. It's like you prefer the faster pace songs. I get
you know
in terms of the mixing.
I know, yeah, exactly. All right, there are a couple of reasons back then why I didn't like reggae. No, I'm in love with reggae, but back then I didn't used to play the reggae music. No, when I told her I grew up on sound systems and so on, and I wasn't the early selector. You had the warm up where they played the 70s and 80s. I didn't know those music, so I had to listen to the other DJs play that stuff, and hearing them play it. I wasn't in love with it. No, my time now was the party time when, you know, party turn up now. Them calling grow. Well, Sean at the time.
Right.
I come and play the young people music and just mash up the place and cut. So I didn't appreciate reggae music. You know, I was just like, yo, we had a warm up part of the thing that. So even though I'm a country youth, I didn't appreciate it. I knew some of the songs then, but it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? So over the years, you know, going to all these dances and parties, my love grew for reggae music. You know what I mean? And it reached a place where I want to make reggae music.
Great. So people, the paper loving that beat the one here me just described, the reggae beat there, that was the Christopher Martin Paper Loving, right? What that song they got again, crew?
If you can't love me now, love me later.
All right, so people, you hear that song there? That's a big Christopher Martin song, right? If you can't love me now, don't love me later. All right, so Chrome, so as what I get from you now, it's like, as what I say, it seems like the year 2010 was a tremendous year for you. Because me here, you just talk about the dancehall effects rhythm, which where I'll soon get to. The dancehall effects rhythm, also the smoking rhythm. Now, people, if you don't notice, when Chroma talk, him also mentioned the persons who actually met the beat, right? So him work alongside persons who met the beat. Chrome deal with the production, everything sort out everything with production, and Chrome is a producer. So rhythm like the smoking, right? So that's feature song with MAVADO. That's our MAVADO, Stula, VYBZ KARTEL, Dumper. You know, if the people them supposed to catch on and I say, yo, Jano, because Chrome, let me tell you what I notice what go on. A lot of times persons know the songs, but them don't know the beat. And sometimes some of them don't know the name of the producer who work on the beat.
Yeah.
You understand? So the smoking rhythm featured those songs, the dancehall effects now, that a dancehall hero. VYBZ KARTEL give a bag of trouble. Chrome, what was like? When you hear VYBZ KARTEL voice that part there. Me sing, bo.
Yeah.
How that go?
Let me tell you, you see, Kartel to me is just one of the greatest artists them ever that I've worked with. You understand? It's like the reason why I said that, yes, in bad lyrically, but when you put him in a studio, you just never know what will come out of him more. You understand? So when I said Kartel, that rhythm, within 24 to 48 hours, him say ready in a room, and you hear what come out of him more. Yeah, you're like, yo, dog, this man is great. You understand?
Hold on there. When he must started, Sean him say?
Yeah, which, I mean, based on what I know, the Sean he was referring to was me, you know. But a lot of people think it's Sean Storm, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? It's here and there.
Because a while ago when I pre, but me I say, hold on. Him say, yo, Sean, me sing about Clarks, me sing. And me him say Clarks.
Yeah.
Which is you.
Yeah, so he was making reference to me at the time, but nobody knew me as Sean. So a lot of people say,
Right.
yo,
I'm thinking of Sean.
you know what I mean?
Right. True. That's what I made that. So what you say, one of the most creative person you ever work with?
Yeah, definitely. Him just out of this world creative, and him quick with the creativity. You know, I don't know if him have a bag of song pile up and just store up in him head, you know, and when he made him just unleash, but he's very creative out of this world. Him sick. Just sick. You know what I mean?
Good.
Sick.
Mad. All right. Describe a few examples how you incorporated your knowledge you gain from DJ into music productions. And
No,
are
well,
there any particular sounds or chords or BPM that you pick to draw certain response in parties?
all right.
Can answer the first part first.
All right. Well, definitely. Being a DJ is everything to the production. Why I said that it is the heartbeat. As I say, I love to see when people dance, and then I end up making music that make people dance. So it is the heartbeat of everything. So I listen to hit songs 24/7 right around the clock. I play hit songs right around the clock. So I kind of know how to make a hit song if you that way. So yeah, definitely it has influenced it a whole lot. It is everything as up to today, you know. The second part of the question, what was it again?
Are there particular sounds, chords, or BPM, etc., that you pick up on when you draw from for certain responses in our parties?
Well, definitely there's certain music, certain BPMs that work certain places in the world. Most of the higher BPMs don't work out in the world. Most of them don't work. I think it's because dancehall music is such hardcore patois. They can't understand what we're saying. It's almost like you're hearing a fast Spanish song. As an English-speaking person, I mean, that's how dancehall translated them when you do the fast ones. But you have a slow one now. So for instance, like a Despacito. You can sing it and you can almost know all the words. So for dancehall now, the slower the dancehall beat normally work out in the international market more. You understand? Anywhere between 90 to 100 it normally works out in the world. You know, you can still go a little above that and it works. But anything too fast, they're not going to grab onto. Chords now, nah, you just have to make some catchy thing. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So as what may I say with the people them now, you further went on to make the contra beat. That are the same beat where MAVADO upon them I said do road and make dash overboard. Do road and then no VYBZ Kartel.
Let me add to dancehall effects. This was another creative idea that I had. I wanted to make a dancehall rhythm with dancehall sound effects. That's what it is. So if you listen to the beat, I have the horn, pop, 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 that regular horn is growing throughout the beat. In dancehall, I don't know, you must know it, where you sort of roar from someone said it right. You understand?
Yes.
That thing. So I have those in there. Other dancehall sound effects that we normally use, those are incorporated in the rhythm. That hence the name dancehall effects. So if you listen to the beat itself, you hear the lick shot, you hear the horn, you hear the piano sound, you hear all the sound effects of dancehall that were popular at that time. Hence the name dancehall effects. Yeah, but you were talking about contra.
Right. So what may I get from you then, Chrome? It's like you is a man where when you select your beat them, it's like you have a specific agenda, you have a specific thing where you want.
Yeah, definitely. I always have an idea. I just don't play around and get some. I always have an idea, and then I go to who I think is the best person to execute my idea. That's the reason why I work with Chile, I work with Steven, I work with Dan, I work with Bert, I work with anybody.
Whoa. All right. So as I said to the people, you have to beat with VYBZ Kartel upon the more them fight, the stronger we get. You have the V6 rhythm where Chroma you produce again. That have on the popcorn where my say see the What I want to go again? Dop it. We're going again?
Them know we had bad, so it and bad. So it and bad.
So we each of them get in my granny at back. You get to me, I say, and then now, they must say, no dear, feel sad, come touch me then, come rush me then, must say, hey, crew, me now, girl, you still, you know. When them sang the drop a dance, a crazy blank, you know. You think I joke, a crazy. Cause even, yo, man, now, girl, them are some wicked beat. You get to me, I say, all right, the V6 and the Contra, they are more on the dancer side. Then you have like the reggae one drops, like the between the lines, the cardiac series, which is the cardiac bass, cardiac strings, and cardiac keys. You have the dancer sings, stay cool rhythm, XO rhythm. So it's like when I'm looking at your works, I'm noticing that you have dancehall, you have reggae, you have a mixture. It's just music. It's just music. And me really like to see how you do that. Tell me something though. With the pandemic affecting every sector, right? Of businesses. So we're gonna bring it now to what take place now. With the pandemic affect every sector of business. What do you think might be the long-term effects of there being less parties and stage shows? And what do you think?
Yo,
if any.
Listen, we need dancehall music in particular. There's a culture behind it, and the culture is parties, events. You know what I mean? Definitely, you have some songs that radio alone can't bust because radio can't play them, and YouTube alone can't bust, or the artists themselves can't bust it. You understand? So we definitely need events. If we don't get events, a lot of songs that could be a big song won't be a big song. You understand? The street is very responsible for a lot of dancehall songs. So it will affect it majorly if we don't have events going forward. Now a lot of the music that we're bouncing to is almost like listening music. You know what I mean? Because we don't know how to party to them. Because how we learn how to party to them is in a party. You know what I mean? Right. It's how the DJ handle it when him out there. It's how the DJ handle it when him putting it on the radio. Why you catch a vibe off it or feel a vibe. You just listen to a song in your ear and be like, yeah, this bad, and then you may never visit it again. You know, it doesn't create that long-term hit that you need to have a successful hit song. You know what I mean? You will get a trendy song, but you're not getting a hit song.
Right. So hold on there. Me ask you that question, right? Yes or no? So is there a difference then between a hit song and a song that have a lot of views or a song that's trending on YouTube?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. A trendy song is pretty much songs that people are interested in at the time. Anything trend, remember this, any trend fades. So you will trend today and then it fade away. You understand? No.
True.
A hit song stand the test of time. Now a hit song is a song where you can drop it at any point at almost any single event from teeny boppers go right up to adults, and it works. That's a hit song.
Right. So artists then should be more focused on hit songs rather than making songs trend or making them trendy.
I think so, but I don't know what each person's agenda is. Somebody. I mean, some people just want to make some money. You know what I mean? And with streaming nowadays, the more you output, and people are curious about you, they'll go to your page and look on it. Yeah, you get 10 million views, but it's just 10 million people who are interested in it. They don't necessarily love the song or find it a hit song. It could be just 10 million impacts. You know what I mean? So it could be an autoplay and your song get a couple plays, a million play outside. You know what I mean? So I would recommend that if you want to be in this game long term, you make hit songs. Focus on making songs that can play everywhere. That's what I said, because after those trend fades, so does the money fade. And what you're gonna do after that? As an artist or anybody, you don't stay on top forever. You get your time, and when you get your time, you have to make use of it. So might as well limit music where it can stand the test of time. And yes, you can do little trend songs, but still put hit songs with those trendy songs.
Okay, that makes sense because as I notice a lot of the persons, because we're on YouTube now, so you know a lot of persons look to the streams, what the views like, who trend number one, and then a lot of persons or whole YouTube conversation said this is a hit song because it was all right. So say for example, then what would you think about then, or what do you say about a song with trend for a particularly long time? Would you say that that could be seen as a hit song?
Yeah,
A song trend at say number one for 7 days.
For 7 days?
Yeah.
No, bro. No, bro. Well, not in my books. Not in my books.
Right.
Days, not a hit.
Not a hit.
No. I mean, there are a lot of other things that contribute to it also. So it may trend for days, but yet still, it may stop trending. But every time you go on the road, you're hearing it. Every time you turn on radio, you're hearing it. 6 months after that, it's still in the juggling somewhere. You understand? I would call it a hit song. So I can't just use the trend and say, no, there are more elements to it.
Right. So, yeah. So, all right. So here I'm going to ask you now, in this current dispensation we're in, where songs not being played as much in parties, because there aren't much parties or much stage shows, how would you determine what is a hit song now?
How would you? All right. Well, pretty simple. Through this pandemic and everything, music has increased. People are listening more music, right? So you need to be in those people's ears. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, you could simply ensure that your song is being played on every platform. You understand? Like, ensure that your song is being played on every platform. When I go in the store, I need to be hearing your song at some point. You know what I mean? If I'm spending a particular time, your song's supposed to get a certain amount of rotation. You can't just say your song is a hit song because it's on one. I'm not beating about it, first of all. But you cannot say your song is a hit song because it's on one platform trending. Right. That's not a hit song. Like a lot of
different places.
DJ been around how many years, and you still don't have a lot of people still don't know who is DJ Chrome, right? So it works the same way with the song. So if your song is trending on YouTube, JA, nobody else in the world not really. You know what I mean? You need to be trending in the worldwide YouTube section, not the Jamaica section. Right. Then you're reaching a bigger audience, and you know that you can probably say your song is a hit song when you start the numbers. The numbers not going to lie. Popcaa say the numbers not going to lie. So even if you're not getting played in dancehall and not getting plays anywhere, Spotify is there, Apple Music is there, all those other streaming platforms. You need to be doing numbers.
So you're saying then that these other platforms, we have to put them together to see what is a hit song. So it can't just be one platform. It must be more than multiple platforms. Great.
Multiple platforms, multiple people must be talking about your song. Multiple people must be listening to it. The girl in fair snap your song, or people fear this a snappy song. That's how you know your song is a hit song. Not because it's trending on YouTube.
The social media reaction and the reaction of the streets must determine what a hit song is.
Right.
All right. Explain how a producer makes money from a rhythm or a song that is a hit in Jamaica. How does a producer make money from it?
Well, don't take what I say as gospel, because it's all down to negotiation and the agreements that you have with the people who you're working with. There's a number of ways you can make money from it. If you're the composer of the rhythm, in most cases you're the composer of the rhythm. Or if you're not, you work out the splits between you and the composer, or you get the composer's share. Owning the record, if you're the producer, most times you own the record, or you can have shared ownership with the artist, or however you want to do it. So it's totally flexible, but it normally boils down to the agreement that you have with the people who are involved in the project, which we call the writers.
Okay. Great. All right. So if we have any young upcoming producers listening to us, right, outline the steps you would advise them to take in able to earn money due to issues as it relates to like masters, licensing, publishing, royalties, contracts, and any advice you don't want to give any upcoming producer as it relates to
definitely. I would not tell a young producer to come into the game to make money. That's my biggest advice to you. Money will come eventually if you do good music. You understand? And money don't come overnight. It takes time. So what you need to do is work on the craft, have discussions. Have discussions with the people who you're working with. Don't just take it as a friend business and yo, I have the link, so I could set the link. And then, also learn about the music business. It's very important that you learn about the music business. Learn about what is royalty. You understand what is licensing, how you should go about doing these things, because this is how you can secure something down the line couple years from now. So I would just advise them to do it for the love. While doing it for the love, learn about the business though. Learn about the business side. Yeah, I know it's very exciting when you get an artist where you always want to come on your beat, but talk to them about it. Reason with them about it, because it can pose problems down the line. You understand? So talk to them about it, and then you see what can happen. So learn about the music. That's the tip, and just do it for the love. Don't do it for money. Do it for love.
Don't do it for the money. Because you said the money now come right away.
No, money now come right away, and money don't come like that. Like you have to make good records for money to come.
Exactly. And good records almost just dropping in your lap like that. All right. So as we are talking about publishing, royalties, and so forth, give me an idea of. All right. So recently now, I'm gonna ask you something about what's circulating in the media right now. Recently we see this debate with persons saying that with Sheba and VYBZ Kartel in terms of she not getting her royalties that she thinks she should have gotten and so forth and so, because she said she not receive any royalties from BMI and so forth. Give me an idea of who earns from a song. If it is that I sing a song, who earns? Who earns?
Every single soul that's involved. Yo, you see, the crazy thing with music, based on my knowledge, nobody can take nobody can take what's not yours, pretty much. Yes, it can happen, but not so much. Now, if you're a writer on the song, a writer meaning that you compose the beat, or you write the song, or you sing the song, this is still called a writer. If you're a writer on the song, you go out there and you register that you written on this song. You understand? And then what is you will come to you. You understand? That's how I know it is. I don't want to comment on that thing because I don't know about their business and what they are. You know what I mean? But
you have to definitely register though.
Yeah, of course. You can't collect publishing if you're not registered to collect publishing. You understand? So therefore, you have to, you have to learn about these things. So do it for the love, but you still have to kind of learn. You have to learn the business.
Yeah. That's what the kind of want to get from it, because you said do it for the love, but you still have to know the business side.
Yeah. So I mean, don't think I contradicted myself. Knowledge is key. So you have to know what you're doing. You can't just run in a game. You can't just play football and you don't know where you play. You understand? You have to know the rules to the game. So that's it. The business side is the rules to music. You get me? So I don't know. And as I said, it's totally flexible, because I can have my share and I can give it to you and say, yo, you take it. You understand? It's totally flexible. Music has no set on, dead on standard way. You say, sorry to go. No.
That's true. Well, thanks for giving me your take on that. Compare and contrast to me the financial and global success of your hit songs versus your dancehall songs? Which one you think more successful? Are there any ways where one a lead over one more acceptable here, one is better with this?
Yo, you see, all right. I always like doing rhythm juggling. I don't really like doing singles. I like doing rhythm jugglings. And I like doing rhythm jugglings for the fact that what will hit in one particular country may not hit in another country. So it's hard for me to answer that question because songs just hit all over the place. You know what I mean? I had a #1 song with IKEA for how long? But that song was
Which song was that?
Jamaica. Side Chick. It's on XOXO rhythm.
Right.
Yeah.
Where was that a #1 in?
That was in some place in the Caribbean. I don't remember. I don't want to say a country and it's the wrong one, but it was #1 in the Caribbean for quite a while. You understand? And most people like the other songs on the radio. You know what I mean? You have songs that are just big some places and not big in other places, and you have different all over the place. So I mean, it's kind of hard for me to answer that per se. You know what I mean? And I don't.
It varies.
I don't want like that. Yeah.
All right. So the music has shifted from being released first in dancehall and on the radio to an artist Vivo page, right? Because you know, what you say are the advantages / disadvantages of this shift in the music? So the first place to hear the song, right?
Well, you guess what? For the artist and his direct fan base, it's great. It's great because remember now, these social media networks give you this direct access to your fan base. So it's great if you release it on your page and so on. You know, you're also building your page. You know, and it's great. So I'd say it's a good thing there. Now, there also, I mean, one of the things crossing my mind is also how much is the reach though? Because if you're reaching just your fan base, if your fan base not sharing it, then I don't know how big the reach is. You know what I mean? But if you're going to premiere it there, it pretty much, it don't matter where you premiere a song. If you premiere it on the radio, if you premiere it on Vivo, you know, if you don't promote it, it don't make sense. You know what I mean? So if you're going to put it on Vivo and don't put it anywhere else, then it's going to be a problem. But if you premiere your song on your page, that's, you know, there. It's
because, all right, because I guess, all right, what I think about as I ask that question is, when you hear Chrome on the radio, play a song, if you play a Movang, VYBZ Kartel people are going to hear it, Alkaline people are going to hear it, Popcaa people are going to hear it, people who just, everybody are going to hear it one time. If you play it and say MAVADO VYBZ, only MAVADO people are going to get the notification first.
Exactly.
And the idea behind a hit song is not only to just your fans, but
you're limiting your song. So you're limiting your songs. And I think about this all the time. A lot of people, sorry to cut you, but a lot of people feel like
go ahead.
They don't need certain platforms. Like most of the songs coming out today don't have a radio version. My personal opinion is that that's bad. You need to be able to reach every single platform you can reach. You understand? Radio has a widespread. And not everybody there on the internet, and not everybody follow, and everybody subscribe, and everybody follow. You have, you know, the radio is there. You still have people like Kanye West and all the international people fighting to be on radio. Yeah, them have millions of followers. And still fighting to be, because in most cases you don't get that hit song unless you hit the widespread market. If you're gonna feed your audience with music and they're not sharing it, who is it reaching? So you're only reaching the people that you follow.
You're like, a fan. Exactly, the person who follows you.
Yeah, follows you. Yeah, you understand? So it's
exactly.
And then always remember this though. Your fans are supposed to cheer you on. So if you make a song that goes like this, they're gonna cheer for it. They're not gonna say that. You know, you're gonna have 1 or 2 people say, "Yo, that's a rubbish," and then they're gonna ignore those people, and they're gonna work with the people who are cheering them on. Now throw it out there into the real world and see what happens. You understand?
Exactly.
But if you dropping music to your fans is always gonna cheer it on.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So
yeah,
it's like, and in a way, like I'm always for my channel. If it is with dancehall being so with so much factions and so much division and separation, if it is that, say for example, the business split in 5 parts, then 20, 5 equal parts giving you 100%, and your fan base is just 20%. If it is that your fan base love that song, which is the 20%, that cannot be a hit song. Because for be a hit song, more than say at least 50% have it like that. Hey, this song is a hit song. So persons who rate Cartel, persons who rate MAVADO, persons who rate Kan, them have to say, yeah man, you see that song there? It bad. And that was what radio was like. That was like the dancehall scene was like. It's like when a man hear that song, no matter what him say, him have to love it.
All right. So radio was the key. Radio was the key. Radio had a lot of influence on hit songs. You understand? And no, you don't have everybody are walking through anywhere. It's an open field now. So it's hard to create a hit song. You understand? So and then
the definition for a hit song changed, because one set of man said this is a hit song, and next set of man said this is not a hit song.
Everybody has their own personal hits.
Exactly. And that no make no sense, because you can't have a personal hit. It can't be a personal hit. A hit by definition means that the wider group of people accept it. The majority, right? The majority can't be one group. So yeah, Mr. right there. So all right. Streams now. Are you for streams? What do you think about streams? And so what do you think about it? You know, like some persons say, you know, prefer when the music.
Yo, I'm for streaming. I don't mind streaming. You know, your music reach a wider audience, like easily. So if somebody want to hear a song, they don't have to bite in order to hear the full song. They can just listen to the entire song and realize that, yo, you're a creative artist, you're good at what you do. But there's a down part to streaming that it's lost its exclude. I can't always say that. It's not exclusive.
Right?
Yes, it's not exclusive anymore. So, and people get tired of your songs pick up. You know what I mean? So people get tired of songs, like, because we can listen to it anytime, any second, any minute more. So we don't want to hear it again. From listening to it 200 times. You know, there's also this other part to it that I don't really like, and it's the fact that not all streams are streams. Now I'm watching YouTube right now, and the autoplay is on, but I'm downstairs. You understand? So I'm not really watching it, but you're getting paid.
That's not really that.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, so it's like, you know, back in the days when you had to buy records, now then, you know, say every like
you definitely decide and say that, hey, this is a hit song because a man not gonna buy a record unless him willing to buy it. Stream is like it's free, so you can always stream music. You can do it anytime.
Right. And I said it earlier, and I say it again. Curiosity. Streaming doesn't account for curiosity. It's like I'm curious about which song that the artist that dropped a while ago. I'm just gonna listen to it. Or which artist name X or Y. I'm gonna listen to X or Y. You know, so I
want to listen 30 seconds.
You've streamed it and they get paid for it.
You have streamed it.
So,
you didn't buy it, you didn't pay for it. So in a way, it kind of lose the value of owning the song because I want the song.
Yeah. So I mean, it has its good side and it has its downside. Like everything else, you know, but
ups and downs.
I don't think we can survive with streaming though, because these companies are paying out so much for. Just imagine a company that is like even YouTube. I don't know how long they can do this. How many commercials are they getting to be paying YouTubers and music people so much? You know what I mean?
Continuing because
they're going to keep dropping the rate lower and lower though per stream.
True, true, true. Yeah, that is a real thing to look at. All right, so in a 2015, you release your first studio album, Music Without Rules. Can we expect any other thing like this in the future from you, or in the near
Definitely,
future?
definitely. I mean, I didn't want to say it yet, but I'm working on a new album now. I'm doing over Music Without Rules,
Okay.
pretty much. I
Okay.
think at the time when it was done, it was a little bit ahead of its time. I'm doing it over. A lot of the songs are remixed and different now, and all a different vibe. So I do know about that. That's coming out soon, and I'm working on another EP also.
Mhm. Okay, that sounds good. So we can look for that in the near future. Awesome.
Super near.
What was it? What was it like working with Vybz Kartel? And do you have any stories where you witness his genius or his infamous work ethic?
Yeah, only one that stands out in my mind was
Mm,
Cartel recording Bicycle. Um,
mm,
I was at the studio, Cartel have it with him playing, played for about half an hour and I'm there listening to it. Then he says, "You're ready." Went inside the studio and I went in there too. I sitting there listening and the rhythm playing and playing and him not saying nothing. And it's like halfway into the song, him start to sing some. He start sing some of the line there. And then
mm,
I'm stopped and he said, "Yo, all right, give me it again." And the engineer delete it. And he said, "No, no, 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 no. Put it
yeah.
back. Put it back." And put it back. Rhythm start play again and not say nothing. Then we just hear him go wait on the last verse and DJ the last verse. And I'm like,
Mm,
what the hell? Then him said, "Come again." And go again, him start sing and him leave whole heap of gaps in it. He must DJ and leave some
mm,
gap. I said, okay. I never understand what was going on. Carter started to record the
mm,
song from the middle of the song. Then him do the last
mm,
verse. Then him do the first verse. Then him voice the intro.
mm.
So to see somebody work like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this? You understand? That was amazing to me.
Mm,
You understand? So he was just there. The rhythm was just playing. Him start to record it in the middle of the song. And then him record the last
mm,
verse. And then come and
mm,
him do the intro. And,
mm.
you know, I did ask him one time, like, "Yo, how you do that?" And he looked at me, he
Mm.
looked at me and said, "Yo, the intro is the most important part of the song. That's the intro, so me get it right."
Oh, so that's why I'm doing the intro last.
That's when the intro last. Then to say the best for last.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So him do the so him do what? The chorus second to last?
Yeah, I don't remember the particular order, everything, but he voiced it like in somewhere in the middle first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know said him
Oh.
never like first verse. I not like that. Him got
And
straight on the last
you
part.
know, that actually make a whole lot of sense still, you know. It
And
actually
that
make a
was
whole now that I think about it when you said it makes sense to
perfect.
put the
That's
emphasis. Mm-hmm. Right. So you would contrast that by saying other persons do it differently then, in terms
well,
of voicing the intro first.
I mean, most of the other persons I've recorded, and they do it the typical way. Sometimes some of them save the intro, you know what I mean, because they can't get to the intro. But they normally the first verse, chorus, or depending on how the song starts. Sometimes they start with chorus, then do the verse. But you know, I've
Mm.
never seen somebody actually voice start with the middle, then go to the last, then do the first verse,
Mm-hmm.
then the intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was weird to me, but then when I saw it all together, I was like, yo, genius.
Mm-hmm. Wow, wow.
Which I was
All right.
recording
You think
at that time.
wow. You think that there's anything the artist today can take from Vybz Kartel that would make their craft better? I mean like image and bleaching also, like them craft.
Um, it's too much to say, you know what I mean? For me, Cartel is one of the greatest. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so 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 yes, you can always learn, and you can learn from anybody as a matter of fact. But in terms of
Mm-hmm.
how Cartel, I mean, what he's done for dancehall, it's it's amazing. You know what I mean? Cartel is still one of the hottest artists today. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that
definitely, as an artist, you can check yourself and see where you are at, compare yourself to who is great or whoever you rate. You understand? And learn from them. Some people learn how to DJ from Kartel. Some people learn how to do gimmicks or style, or some people learn how to keep trendy. You know, understand? But some people learn how to write songs. But it's just whichever you put it, you can learn something. So don't close your eyes to it. Just try and learn.
All right. What you think is needed to bring dancehall artists to more international ears and eyes? What do you think more what dancehall artists need to do to bring back the music to a level like what Bounty Killer did have it, or Beenie Man back in the 90s or the early 2000s?
Pretty simple. We just need a sound. There's no sound that identifies dancehall, no. I mean, we know what is hip hop. As you hear a track drop, so you know it's a hip hop. That. As you hear a pop song, you know. When you hear an EDM song drop, you know. But what identifies dancehall? Nothing. We don't have a song. So that's it. I mean, we've always been a genre that is built off many genres. You understand? But at the end of the day, we have a particular song. You understand? We experiment with Indian music, we experiment with hip hop, we experiment with everything. But we had a song. And we'll have a song. We don't have a song anymore. Everybody sound like what's in America now. You know, everybody sound, you know, everything else. So, I mean, I think if we get back that uniqueness, you know, that we had back then, that made us stand out, then we can reach a lot more heights. Look on Fever. Fever is one of the biggest songs, and it sound dancehall. You know, sound like hip hop. You know, sound like Afrobeat. You know, sound nothing. When you hear it, you say, "Yo, the dancehall song, they're wicked." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Fox. All right. So with that being said, you think about dancehall trap being the new genre that a lot of persons are talking about. What's your views on it?
No, dancehall trap wicked. You like it's wicked. You understand? Like endorsing the young youth and thing it bad. You know what I mean? You know, you can move to it and whatever it is. It's good. It's good for what it is, of course. You know what I mean? I'm not fighting down the younger generation and them doing them thing. You know what I understand? I even make some of them kind of rhythm there. I like it because it's music at the end of the day. But if you're gonna put it on the level of uniqueness, it's not. You know what I mean? I can't beat them though, because you have every other genre playing with trap. You have Latin trap, you have Afro trap, you have everything. Every genre play with trap. So I can't beat them for doing that. You understand? But you know, mix it up. You know what I mean? Drop to a little authentic sound and bring them to. Nothing wrong with that. You understand?
Yeah, because remember that's what me see you do, for example. I've seen just like what you said with the beat and the dancehall effects, where you add different dancehall sounds with it, and it's like you had a concept. So, like say for example, who is going to be that producer now? We're gonna fuse like that old school dancehall 90s sound with trap. You understand? And then probably even voice a Bounty Killer and a Beenie Man on it with some of the young artists like a Squash or a Ragging King or any of those. So what you think about doing a project like that? Because you sound like the man in a crew.
No, you see, all right, what happened, you know? You see, in today's generation, people are more for themselves. A lot of the people are for themselves. So, I mean, I can have this wonderful idea, but I can't get certain people to record for me. If them hears another man, them, or if me not in the crew, or there's so many different dynamics.
Politics.
So it's difficult to get a project together in today's world. Also, you have a lot of people thinking that, yo, I did this all by myself. Like everybody is self-made today. You know what I mean? I'm not beating anybody, of course. You can be self-made, but while you can go so much and know more of being self-made. So you need other people now to put you on a different level. You have if some international man come to some of them and say, yo, voice on this, and it's a little clap as usual, they voice on it. But if a Jamaican producer come to them and get them an authentic dancehall thing and say, yo, voice on it, then be like, yo, brother, you know the old school thing that only to depend that, you know. Yeah, understand. So it's like it's difficult. It's difficult. It's very difficult to put together a good project today, and so on. When everybody's have those thoughts in their heads.
You know, them own factions and them own.
Right.
So it's like, whoa. So yeah, I said, and it's not as easy as back in 2010.
No, definitely not. The game has totally changed. But then, you know, as I tell you, the people them just want to hear about rhythm. The artists just want to hear about rhythm. Then call the phone. They must say, yo, me hear the rhythm, me want advice. Today, like hear how the rhythm bad. Nobody not call and say, yo, me want advice. You understand? Everybody going to be like.
And then you want every artist and every camp have one producer now. That are the next thing too.
Yeah.
So me I need to listen to that rhythm. As my producer have him own sound and him own rhythm and him own thing when I work with.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a low battery. Let me just plug in the laptop 1 second, okay?
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right.
All right, people. So yeah, the dancehall thing change up wicked as a crew, I say. Because back in 2010, the artists them here beat them just jump on it. You get what I say? And that used to start the party, them still have the whole dancehall experience because it's like you could hear the artist plus everybody that jump on the beat.
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
Right.
Just fun.
And that brings me to my next question now. What are your views on juggling? You kind of answer. What are your views on juggling? Back then versus the current stage of dancehall as it relates to singles. So for example, back then you put out a project, 15 artists, 10 artists, whatever. Now you have one beat per artist. Everybody had them own thing. What are your views on that? Advantages versus disadvantages.
Yo, as I said, I'm a guy for already juggling. That's what I love to do. You know what I mean? But it's just really difficult today to do it and do it successfully. You know what I mean? If you know, I can do a juggling easy, but you're gonna find out it's almost one camp on it, and I don't think that's balanced. I don't like doing a juggling and call it. Well, let's not say call it, but with just one set of songs, same set of songs, like everyone's talking about love or whatever it is. I want a bad man song. I want a girl song. I want a different kind of song. So when you play the rhythm, it's a complete rhythm. Everybody can enjoy.
Artistic freedom. Everybody get to express what. Because as me always say, and it's just like what you describe with VYBZ Kartel. I don't think an artist should enter a studio with a song in their mind when I go sing to them. I think if I play the rhythm, make the rhythm play, and make the rhythm tell him where he must sing. Because the more expression and the more experience, I go say to him, say, say, a man for dead pan a beat, or a girl for a wine pan a beat. And that is how you get. Yeah, because that is art. That is art. That is art.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, we need rhythm jugglings though, because it gives you the vibe in a dancehall. Like we can hold a vibe in a dancehall nowadays without rhythm juggling. The dance just all over the place. It's messed up, man. It's like
what is it like juggling the different beats? From a DJ perspective.
Which one? The newer ones?
Yeah, man. No, because remember, it's not like when you play a juggle when you have 10 track on one beat, you can mix the BPM. No, you have that song the slow, that one the fast. How is it now?
Yo, you see, at the end of the day, I love music, and because I love music, I just end up playing music right around the clock. You understand? So realistically, I'm a DJ. Like, no matter what you give me, I can blend them together. I can find some way to put them together. But it's just the entire vibe now. The mood of the songs now are not very dance-ish. You don't have much girl songs these days. You have a whole heap of, other lyrics, but you don't really have any songs for the girl. I don't know how well the girls really whine to the trap songs. You know what I mean? When they do a girl song on a trap beat, them not really. I don't know. It don't really work to me. You understand? Most of those songs are kind of songs where you reel up and jump up to. But putting them together it can be done, but it's not. It's not like fun. You understand? It's not fun. So It's fine though, you know what I mean? We can work with it. It's a new generation. We're not fighting them, but I mean, I don't feel like we are fight them enough. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah, man.
music and we love it same way. You understand? I will still endorse it. But you know what I mean? Like some of the songs, them, if we can dance them a little more and will vibe to them a little more, yeah, it would have swing more to the energy in the parties. Most times when you go parties nowadays, everybody just kind of, it's more a kickback vibe. You know what I mean? More kickback vibe versus the everybody up on the dance floor. Unless a ding dong drop, the whole place now move. And I don't know why artists don't look at that. You understand? When you drop a ding in a party, ding has created this, like ding is underrated enough because ding has been running the place. Like ding has been running the place for years. Every time a ding dong start drop, the whole place start move. And I don't understand why a lot of artists don't look on this and say, yo, yes, you know, realize the ding now say much in them song them, but him song them just have a vibe. It's just a vibe, the energy behind it. Make you have to move. You understand? So
and that was what music was about. Movement of dance art.
Dance art. Dance art.
Yeah, dance art. Person supposed to move. Person supposed to move, and it kind of changed. The vibe kind of changed in terms of it, and what you think about the vibe changing to more the YouTube conversation? Because here on YouTube we have a lot of conversations. Very colorful. People are this a camp, that camp, your song are idiot, the artist are idiot, rare. What you think that does to the music?
That does nothing for the music. Yeah, I mean, not much. You know what I mean? It's best if we all work together. Yo, what you like and what me like may not be the same, but that doesn't mean that we can't give each other credit. You know what I mean? Like somebody do a bad song, they might not like it, but listen to it beyond the surface. Was it well written? Was it well produced? Was it well delivered? You know what I mean? You might end up saying, yo. So and what you need to do also is give some songs a chance. Like you listen to some one time and they say, I like it, I rubbish that. No, don't do that. Music and every song you hear is gonna hit you as the first time you listen to it, you know. So you have to listen to it, give it another chance. You understand? Go at it with a fresh ear. And this is the reason why sometimes we need the parties to bust the songs them. Because as DJs identify some of the hit songs them. And when we go party, me play it, then another DJ play it, and another DJ play it, and you're like, you know, I kind of like that song. Yeah? When you listen to it on the radio, you hear the radio playing it. You understand? Then you're going out a bus or a taxi, your taxi man play. You're like, that song have a vibe, you know. Next thing you know, it's your favorite song. The same song that you didn't like. You understand? You know, when you first listen. So it's like, give it a chance. Give the music a chance, you know.
All right. So Chrome, in 2019, Alkaline released, you produce a song from Alkaline called With the Thing, right? That song is arguably one of Alkaline's biggest songs for 2019. I think the song even went on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like to have a song doing that way?
Yo, it was great, of course. Knowing that, first of all, from Alkaline did the song, Alkaline believe in the song. Alkaline saying that, that song is a song, cool. That song is a song. You understand? And you know, I was there with him and saying the same thing, that that song is a song. You understand? And to see that it reach places, it just motivated me pretty much to know that we still have a space. There's still space out there where the music can reach places. You know what I mean? But if you listen to the song, the man attack real thing, the man attack facts. You know, some people say the thing when they're the thing. You understand?
Sure. They might try to clip your wing.
So it's like, you know, when you do music that people can relate to, it's gonna reach places. You know, just believing in your music. You know, Alkaline is trendy. Is a very trendy artist. The young people are into Alkaline, Alkaline's music. So it's like, you know, as in drop something, so the people are interested to say, yo, where Alkaline come with right now? You know what I mean? So 2019, knowing that it reached Deso, you know, GT is a worldwide hit game. You know what I mean?
So you can look out for that, crew. When they go Grand Theft Auto like that, like You get some monetary benefit and so?
Yeah, I mean, of course, every time you go to these places, you get some. I mean, a lot of them do publishing. A lot of them do publishing, so you don't collect direct money. You know what I mean? Over a period of time, you get money, but you know, you always get somewhere or the other. This show getting paid though. You are get right.
True. True. All right. So what you have in the future? What are your future projects like? What can look out for Chrome? We know you dropped Humongous Rhythm. Humongous was this year or last year?
2019.
2019, right. What you have coming up?
Well, I was working. All right, listen. I have been outputting a lot of music because I have to love it. When I put in a song, I have to fall in love with it. Like me have to be the fan of it first. I just don't put on music for put on music's sake. That's not me. You understand? I have to end up loving it. You know, so it's like where I am now, I understand where I want to go. I just can't do music, just get up and say I put out a song because it's time. You know, it's been 6 months since I put out a song. No. So I mean, when I fall in love with the music that I'm doing, I feel confident enough to share it with the world. So I'm working on a whole bunch of projects. I don't want to mention too much of them now, but I'm working on a whole heap of stuff that I'm looking to release next year. You know, I mean, one or two. I have one more song to release for this year, and yeah, it's a whole heap of things. I don't want to talk too much about it. I want to work with some new artists to have some wicked ideas for some young artists. But yo, I like working with people.
Intent.
Intent?
What about them too? The Intent, Skillibeng?
Yeah. Well, definitely. I reached out to Skilly before. I never reached out to Intent before, but more. I mean, I don't know the links to get to these people anymore. You know, so we find it on Instagram and link him. You know, if you want to work. You know.
So Chrome. I have to touch upon something as me said that, and it is very disheartening to hear you say that a while ago. I'm gonna tell you why. The other day, I see a young artist. I'm now call him name, but he released a song and it's Vivo. And when me look, me see, I call I'm not call him name. Me see a disc jockey we work on. Huh? Why? Where is it?
No, Mr. Don't call any names. Just tell us.
Okay, right. Me see a disc jockey comment under the song and say, yo, I really like that song there. Send it to me email.
Yeah.
And I was like, shouldn't you have that song already? If an artist really, why wouldn't you? And this is one big selector, you know. So me I say with a big song like this where you shoot a video for, it sound good. Why would you not? Yeah.
Well, I think I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes because the songs don't reach to me. You know what I mean? I don't assume that everybody has my email and going to send it to me. I don't assume that everybody's in my I'm on everybody's list to get the song, right? So there are songs so there are songs that I'll definitely go under somebody's Instagram and say, yo, send me that song. However, most of the artists them today feel like if they put on the Vivo, that's it. They don't need to do the promotional runs of giving the relevant people the song. So, I mean, as I said, you know, like I can't play a song that I don't get. So, I mean, who listens to Chrome? You have a whole heap of people all over the world. So maybe for them that means nothing. But because them have them direct YouTube fans that show them say 1 million people are listening. You know, when Chrome play, they have no evidence that nobody's listening. However,
so the numbers don't lie. Think that them are buying too.
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying. But they're not promoting the songs properly, and that's why the songs are not working.
Exactly.
No, some of them don't even do a radio version to the song. They're like, why do a radio version? Like, I don't need that. You know what I mean? But how are the young little one? How are they more played in front of them parents? How are they more played in front of them parents?
Exactly. And Chrome, I shouldn't be searching for a hit song people don't search a hit song, people hear hit songs. You
Yeah,
hear a hit song.
yeah, I mean, the fact is, as a DJ, if me hear a song, I'll go and ask for it. A lot of the music today is great. Is most people premiere them on social media and so on. And I have no issues with them premiering them on social media doing anything. But that's why I know say you send it to me. If you send like I can't play a song that I don't have. A lot of people look at me and say, "Come after you know play a certain man, you play a certain man, come and have it." You understand?
Exactly.
You can't play what you have. You understand? And also, it's important to understand Chrome alone can't play everybody. You understand? Because we get a big influx of music too, and sometimes we can't go through every single song and play. You know, we only have a certain amount of time to play one whole of music. But you might not get played today, but you get played tomorrow. Keep listening.
Exactly.
You understand? Like, you know, and when not saying this is facts, but when I play it, they reach to other people too. You understand? A lot of DJs listen to Chrome. A lot of other people listen to Chrome. So it's reaching new ears, and that's what you want for your music growth. If you
that is exactly what you know. Why would you want the same person's fair listening song over? Why you want different ears or different person listening music?
Because some people are comfortable. This is, I mean, as I said, I'm not talking about any artist in particular, but this is just my understanding. It's just that I think that maybe most of these artists coming from making maybe $100, I know they're making $1,000, and for them maybe $1,000 is rich. So, you know, maybe they're comfortable making $1,000, so they don't need to go any further. I'm making $1,000 a day, man. Like what? You know what I mean? So they probably don't need to go any further. So maybe they comfortable with that, so they don't want to put their music any further. You know what I mean? So
what I find, there is not adequate promotion around the music taking place. That's what I find. Because as we say, an artist release a song on him Vivo, and that is it. It's done.
It done. Like there's no promotion copy done. Like they don't send it to you. I mean, people don't understand how easy it is for a radio to create a hit song. If we get your music and it's a good song, we can't help but put it in a rotation. And the more we play it, new ears get it, and the familiar ears will start to love it. If you put it on your YouTube, I definitely have to go to your page.
Right. If me hear Chrome play it, or one next Zip Jack or one next radio DJ, then me go listen it and send it because yo, me not tell like when me hear Chrome play that song there, it mad. I have to go find a new song.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Chrome, what can we do to educate these young artists on this now? What we have to do?
You can't look here. A person have to understand it themselves, you know. We can't not for them, you know. They have to understand it. We grew up in a generation now. I mean, this generation now is the internet generation. They don't believe in radio. They don't believe in certain things. They believe that YouTube is the world, and you know, you can't tell them nothing. So it's like if they don't see that there's a bigger market out there, then there's not much we can do. So they have to see the vision that may I get 1 million views a week if you spread the music just a little bit more and continuously spread the music, because you have someone promote a song for 2 weeks and then stop. You know, if you continuously promote a song, you know, focus some energy into it, that song can go way over where you ever dream it could have ever gone.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly. Chrome, so here we're going to know. We're going to move to the next segment. So persons were there in the chat and thing. If you have any comment or any question, I'm going to post the link right now in the chat, and you can join. We afford everybody 2 questions. We're not taking no portion of people. I take probably about 5 people or so. We'll post the link in the chat right now, and you can join. Because you know, we try to keep that thing interactive as well, because the fans them need for touch base with them favorite producer, radio personality, and so forth. So we just post a link a while ago. People say anybody want to join, you can join. Just post the link in the chat. I can ask you no questions. So Chrome, back to what I say now. To me, it's like proper promotion now really take place with this music thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, and these are all independent artists. So it's not like them have a management structure for say here I go on. All right. Because as I'm telling you, Crow, me couldn't believe so when me look, me see this big DJ, big DJ. I feel a message a man for IG and I say, brother, send me that email, email me that song, please. That shouldn't be.
Well, you know, I mean, it can. I mean, I'm not going to bash them fully because it can. Because as I say, you have an email list. Sometimes you send out and you leave off people. You know, sometimes things happen. You know what I mean? But consistently leaving out. Well, if you're not sending out anything at all, then definitely that's a different thing. That's a total different thing. I mean, I don't think you want your music in a certain place.
Exactly. All right, hold on. So we have somebody here, so now. Top man, how your internet stay?
Me internet good, man.
Top man, you hear me?
Me hear you, man. Yeah, I'm hearing you. You hear me?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yes, DJ Crow, man. Enough respect, man. Enough respect. Yeah, man. I follow music before you're born, but you're one of the person who knows music, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so love listen to people who are educated when it comes to music. Brando one of them stories, isn't me?
Yeah.
Brando's an educated user when it comes to music. You understand? So me listen, I really put a vlogger them, but Brando one of you them listen to, you understand? I'm a big man. You understand? You see what I don't like in their music, Chrome, the hypocrisy in their music. I'm a Bounty Killer fan. Straight alliance, straight killer, never switch. You understand? I'm true killer, I love MAVADO, I love VYBZ KARTEL, I love VYBZ. You understand? Now the whole alliance. Get me? But what I don't like in the music is the segregation in the music where because fans don't like this artist, the artist are never good yet. You understand? Mainly we are talking about the Gaza, the Gully, the Vendetta, the Pop, the Unruly. Those are the four main camps. You understand? And you have, all right, a lot of the Gaza fans and bash the Vendetta fans them say, the emotional, them, this, them, that, them, this, them, that. And you know the reason comes I watch all fraternity. The reason why the Vendetta fans them support them artists and back them artists is because of the bashing of the Gaza fans them at all times bashing Alkaline. You understand? It's like them behave like Alkaline. Alkaline never good enough. But Alkaline is one of the most talented young artists I've ever seen in the past 10 years. Right? And I'm not a Vendetta fan. I'm a 50-year-old, so I'm not a Vendetta fan. I'm a big man. But I'm a lover of music. You understand? Right? And I must say, Kartel are one of my favorite. MAVADO one of my favorite because they come from the Alliance. But apart from those guys, I think this young youth Alkaline can reach the level of VYBZ KARTEL and MAVADO and all those guys. He has that talent. He has that wisdom. You understand about himself to do that. You understand? And people just give the youth in props. They just give the youth in props. I hate the hypocrisy in music where you're knocking on a young artist because he might not be the type of person. He never praised VYBZ KARTEL. He never praised Bounty. So a lot of people are against him. But I don't like that about him either. But you can't take away his talent. He's a very talented, lyrical, gifted genius to youth.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, Alkaline to me is a great artist too. You know what I mean? When you put him lyrics together, you're like, yo, you understand? But you know what I mean? And when I try and segregate dancehall in any way, but it is what it is. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, I mean, we can't change the fact that the fans feel a particular way about them artists. You know what I mean? We can't. And in today's world, especially, we live in a world where everybody has an opinion. You understand? You have Twitter, you have all these YouTube vlogs and all these things where everybody has an opinion. So it's like we can't change that. But if you ask me, I think Alkaline get props. I just don't think if somebody is in another, if just like how you said, the Gully or the Gaza, whatever it is, I don't think the Gaza fans will give him props, and that's okay because that's their opinion. You know, the Alkaline people them still give him.
All right.
You know what I mean? So to me, I mean, the Alkaline drop a song right now within couple of minutes, a whole lot of people are listening to it. So
I know.
Rating, you know,
I know. From. When I celebrate him, he's one of the most popular young artists, you know. In fan base, his fan base, I think now is, I think you have the biggest fan base next to Kartel. That's my view. That's what I watching over the years. What I'm seeing with Alkaline, Gaza have the biggest fan base, and I think the next biggest fan base after Gaza is Vendetta. Okay. Not even Gully right now. Not even Gully like Vendetta to me right now. Because we have to understand, say, Kartel stay relevant over the years. That's why he still have his fan base like that. Gully was big almost like as Gaza, but you have to remember, MAVADO for the past 2-3 years, 3 years really have relevancy because him busy or whatever, his issues or his problem, you know, have the time for the music like before, which he's an icon just like Kartel. But younger people has grown up from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 most likely pull to Alkaline, 18, 20, 21 going up. You understand? So I know he have his props, but I still don't like the fact. I still don't like the fact because I am a
Carla,
we're
going to tell us more, Carl. Yeah, Carla, no disrespect, but we kind of the one people ask him some questions like on the whole music and thing. No disrespect. You give your opinion, but me more want like question. You have no question, no, you want to ask him direct about the music.
Okay, all right. What
it's more like a question thing,
yeah. Akram, what are your views? Right? And what call it? Trap music, they call it now? The new dancehall type of thing they come with. Trap music and real dancehall music. What are your views on that?
I mean, Brando spoke about it earlier. Trap music have its place. You have trap everything nowadays. You have Latin trap, you have every genre, Afro trap, so on. So I think it has its place in dancehall. But I do think for dancehall, for the relevance of dancehall, we need to have some form of dancehall identity also. You know what I mean? So everything have its place is just the balance, pretty much. So that's my view on everything.
All right. Any other caller? Anybody else want to place any questions? And people, when you call, I try to limit the time. Also, want it to be more and more question based. So any comments, you can make your comments or give your opinion and so. But we really want to leave this segment for the questions because we have a very creative, very important person in the dancer scene. So call in and make ask of this our guest. But as we must say, still Chrome until the next person come in. You have persons who not give certain artists credit because I am sure you have a certain group where probably not rate POPCAA. You have a certain group when I rate Massacre. Because folk general people, them probably some of them are, oh, we don't rate Massacre because of Aidonia. We say this did always not the music. But from here I find hit song, and as we me talked about earlier, when a song hit, it is not just your fan base that decide that this is a hit song. And the populace, the population, and everybody accept that this is a hit song. No, so?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's just, you know, like you can't tell a man what he like. If a man like the artist that the artist ain't like it, you know what I mean? Sorry. You can't tell a man say, yo, that man over there to make good music. If he's not a fan of that person, his mind is not open to listen to that. You know what I mean? If somebody's against somebody, they're not open to it. So if it's people's opinion, they can't beat them for what they feel, you know, and if they want to express it on a wide scale, you know, like social media and those places, you know. People been like this all along, you know. It's just that social media is here now and you're seeing people's view and people are more expressive, you know. So you can't tell them enough, like, you know, me love music. Me love music. So me love everybody. You know what I mean? Killer, I'm a general, you know, Beanie, I'm a general. You know what I mean? MAVADO, I'm a general. Kartel, I'm a Dan. You understand? Alkaline.
Yeah.
You know, Massacre is there. Yo, everybody is there. I'm not forget the female. Because you have a girl named Shenseea where I teared on the place. You have one named Chanel Muir. She come from over there and find a long time she had the music. And she finds a wicked song from over there. I love all of them. We just love music. So I mean, I'm open to music. I'll hear a young artist. The first time I hear that song about Jazzalise, Fresh and Clean, I'm like, yo, this is sick. Where this come from? You understand? And I definitely wanted to have that song in my playlist. I reached out to a girl by the name of Lani. I saw her song on the internet. I'm just go on the comments and say, yo, that song is sick, send it to me. So it's like I'm open to music. Not everybody's like me. Everybody have them own fans. You know what I mean? So
but they have their own preference. All right, I ask a question right here. So Chrome, what do you think about Popcaa career right now? And are we going to get another collab with him anytime soon?
Popcaa I do it. I mean, internationally, Popcaa is doing it. You realize some song with Drake is doing numbers. Like that's what Popcaa says, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? So much on the ground now. As I said, a party not keeping Popcaa getting constant radio plays. You know what I mean? But the party not keep fit. We can find a dancehall hit, so to speak. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't know what would be hot in a dancehall right now. But Papi are going wicked. Like you can't don't take it away from him. He's doing all the big collabs. He's doing numbers. You understand? If Papi is streaming, he's doing the numbers. So you don't take that from him. He might do a thing. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing great on the international market actually.
Yo,
you look on
how much artists can say that?
So again?
How much artists in Jamaica can say they have a remix with Maroon 5? Then collab with Maroon 5.
In Jamaica, in the world.
You understand?
Jamaica, you go.
Yo, so this is a big deal, but we don't see it. Like, I mean, a lot of people probably don't see it as a big deal, but it's a major deal. You understand? For Maroon 5 reach out to Popcaa, that's the only remix for the song, and it's with Popcaa. That's a major thing, man. You understand? So
big for Jamaica.
Papi do it butter, man. Papi do it butter. Working with him in the future, I don't know. Papi after us, I mean, we reach out to him and see how the thing go. Papi, I'm a general from a long time. I don't think there should be much issues. You know, I don't think he have obligations, contracts now where he can't really work. As I said, I took a break from the music to kind of see where the music is, and then now I'm ready to work again. So yeah.
All right, so enough tips.
Yeah, I'm good.
What is the question you have?
All right, Chrome, you know, say everybody have them preference, you know, but me, a straight Gaza man feel differently.
Yeah.
You get me? You know, you do some of my favorite tracks them with the bar. So, me da like, no, when again, because it's been a while, me hear you for the bar for everything, so you got to for the people my level.
Yeah.
Show no about brother. So, me da really know for you.
Well, the truth is, songs dead, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the right timing. I mean, I was explaining to Brando, said there's a point like where, well, maybe I wasn't this clear, but there's a point where I almost have to take a step back from music and kind of watch what I want. You understand?
Oh.
And then I kind of understand what's going on now, and I'm ready for work now. So,
ready.
Yeah, ready for work.
Yeah, man, I work with a lot of new producers. I guess I might try to upbring some
And that's one of the greatest thing Cartel, you know, so almost every single producer that is hot. Well, that was hot from them 2007 time girl all the way up. Cartel have something to do with them career. Like Cartel give them song and them thing there. You know, so Cartel is always open to working with different people and them and that kind of stuff, that kind of thing there. That's what we're referring to.
Yeah, and my next question, I think that is the reason why his music is so futuristic, because it's open to working with new producers, new sound.
Yeah, you know what? Cartel love a challenge. Working with Cartel, we can tell you this. He love a challenge. You understand? The more weird the thing is, I'm still willing to try. While the next artist will fight and say, yo, you don't know what to do with this, you know. Cartel a try a fight. All if I could drop and miss him, I try. You understand? And him hardly miss. You understand?
Yeah, for real. But I love more you drop some bomb with the teacher still. I see it. Papa, me not let him out of the mix, you know, because that's the way just stated. Him do it internationally. But I love here you and the teacher and Popcaa for the next track, the next project.
Yeah.
It's long overdue, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I can reach out to all these people, you know what I mean? But it's not solely on me. Sometimes I reach out to them and the timing is off. Sometimes, you know, they might work on a project but they can't do nothing at the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some different elements to it, but I'm ready, man. I'm ready, and I'm gonna reach out. Just look out for 2021, man. It's gonna be a different thing.
Cause me, I'm saying I have a new album for drop February 2021, but I love if you get people. Although, but
that album would have been 99% complete by now.
Yeah, well, that is true, but I notice a style with him when I'm doing project. I'm like work with like one like he used to work with TJ. Now I realize him work with Chart Bass when I'm doing project them. Chart Bass because VYBZ Kartel music. So, but me don't want you and him drop something, man, because the chemistry there is an out-10 man, you know, from high school days coming up. You get me? Yeah, bro. So I love you and him for and see, I'm Papi as my trailer, because Papi is a little general, you know.
Yeah.
So them two man there. You see me? I get the Alkaline still, you know, but here I'm seeing him now. I'm kind of too self-centered in the music. I think him get too lazy. That's just my opinion still, you know.
Yeah.
He's too comfortable as well, me on a state. You think every artist that push out like Cartel that push out every skill bang and intent, I feel Dancehall has gotten a lot more traction than it has right now in the business. You get me? But every artist have what each other, and every artist have this pride thing or kind of damage the music. That is just my opinion right now. Still.
Yeah.
Really, get
you have to kind of understand to say, when you get on a certain level, your priorities change. No, you still have some artists are pre for run dancehall. I have some artists are pre for run the world. You have some artists pre for make some money. You have some artists are pre for just. So, you understand? Like, so there's different levels to it. So it depends on where his mind is now. You know, maybe he's not interested in running dancehall. Maybe he wants to run Billboard and he want to run some of them charts there. You understand? So maybe that's why him not go as hard nowadays.
But we don't see we're in my push to run nothing. Like you see Popcaa, as we say, I try to do it internationally. Even if it means he's trying and he's representing on an international scale. I think Alkaline has that ability as well, but he's just too lazy and laid back. You get me? So, Sam, I have some friends. Right now. Yeah. Yeah, Brando.
Well, add somebody quick. Give thanks, Zane.
Come on, bless up yourself, Brando. Go and do it, my general. Yeah, we see a fast screen on the store, man.
God. We cut it off. We cut it very hard, Tino, because we're trying to get in the call the maximum. Sorry about that, Tino. Gaza, uncle.
Go on, brother.
Where are they? Why your question? Chrome up on the live, you know.
Big up yourself, Chrome.
Go on, you good?
Yeah, mama there, man. Brando, once again, you do it big for the culture. Missed the early part of the show, so I never really know if you elaborate on this, but you get to start the music, and that part I want to know first, and the first question, you get to start the music, and was you a a selector, a disc jockey before you start work on the radio station, or just elaborate for me?
All right. Well, I had said it earlier. Yeah, I just say restate. But I started out in music just out of curiosity. You understand? Me hear a brother do some scratching, and then we just say, "Yo, more learn how to do that." And I tried it, and then it turned into me falling in love with music.
If you don't mind, I ask, you hear who? Delano or Jazzy T?
No, it was someone on BT at the time.
Okay.
It was someone on BT at the time, but just start to fall in love with music from there. Then we start buy records and collect records, and then playing on sound systems. Start do this is from high school days. Then I started all of the like Sweet 16 parties them, and any party. Then I graduated to sound bigger sound systems, then nightclubs. Then I ended up at the radio station. So that's how I started out with music.
Okay. Next question. And not because you hear the name Gaza Uncle means they never speak about Kartel. And this is not the show here right now. We ask you a question, not a Alkaline Kartel or MAVADO or POPCAA. We ask you a question. Like how important is radio play towards artist career? I want you just like elaborate a little bit and make we know like how important is it? Like I'm going to explain how important is also YouTube.
Well, again, radio to me is very, very effective. Radio reaches a wide audience. It reaches a big audience. You never know who is listening at the time. YouTube does the same thing. However, YouTube sometimes limits you to the persons who follows you, who subscribes to your page. You understand? Sometimes you end up in the other feed them and you get whatever it is. So YouTube is pretty much dealing with your direct fans. You know what I mean? And so on. Yes, you still have the other trends page where you can get on and people share your videos and so on. But it is really important that you get constant play. And one of the things that can give you constant and repetitive play is radio. Now for YouTube, most times people have to go onto the page, or just luckily it end up in the autoplay section or one of your recommended videos. You know what I mean? And people don't necessarily click it. So radio play is very important if you want a hit, because the more people hear things, sometimes them just fall for it. So both of them important, both of them have different elements. But I would say radio play is very, very effective, and the radio versions to the songs are very, very important, because that means you can play anywhere. You understand? Hope I answer your question.
Yeah, and a lot of things people don't understand still is we also can listen to the radio on the internet too.
Right.
Like people live overseas can still listen IRFM, we can still listen Zip, we can still listen everybody same way. But Brando, big up yourself. Just calling for 2 questions. You don't know. Big up yourself, Chrome. You don't know. Maximum respect.
Yeah, man. Respect and manners.
Yeah. Big up guys, uncle. All right. So a question here on screen now. Him say, ask Chrome, how was it like working with VYBZ Kartel's son, Little Vibes, Little Addy, and the dub remix of Post Malone's song Sunflower? And what inspired you to record it?
That just ended up in my email. I just get an email and I see it in there and listen to it and I like it. So I didn't have anything to do with that, pretty much. That just ended up in my email. You understand? So there's not much I can say about it, but it bad.
Yeah. Cool. All right, people. All right, so I'm gonna take one more call. One more. Chrome, a busy man, what space. Share his knowledge and his expertise with us. All right, so I'm gonna post a link again, people. So one more caller with 2 questions, and then, or if you ask a question in the chat, you can do that too, you know. If you ask in the chat, I will pick it up and ask it to you, just like Unanimous do a while ago. But yeah, Chrome, I heard the caller say, based on what I see, I don't think that radio has lost its place. I think that radio is still important, and I think more of the artists them need to recognize that as well. I'm on YouTube. I mean, I appreciate YouTube. I mean, love YouTube, but it needs to be right across the board.
All right, you know the funny thing. Tomorrow they can decide that they're going to lock down, let's say, YouTube, and then what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Tomorrow they can say, yo, everybody, we're going to charge, you know. What's going to happen? So, I mean, I think for some of the songs, I think it's really important that you get airplay for them. You understand? And it reaches so much people. You never know which ears. You know, most time, like when I drop a new song and it's wicked, that text line, that line light up. And people are saying, yo, which song that? You understand? So reach. I see the brother just saying you can listen from far and listen all over. People from all over the world listen to us. You know, they are not in Jamaica. This is what they listen to know what is going on in dancehall.
All right, Tulo, your time now.
All right, cool. I have one question now still.
Yeah, man.
I have nothing in that works with Squash.
Squash, no, you know, I never reached out to 6 before. As I said, I don't have a connect to them. I had a link with Chronic Law. Reached out a couple of times, trying to work with them, but it never did work out at the time. So, you know, I mean, that doesn't mean that all hope is lost. You know, I'm still a reach back out again. There's not much I can do. You know, if me bet the link and it don't happen, there's not much I can do. But we're willing to do it. So, I mean, I mentioned it a couple of times now. That I was for the past couple of months, I've been taking a step back to see what's going on in music, and so that's why I wasn't outputting so much music. And then I know where music is now, so I go in attack. So 2021, because of Christmas already.
Right, and you make me proud for you. Some artists have that work ethic up, you know. VYBZ Kartel,
yeah,
really proud.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because you know a lot of time I talk about Kartel, people feel like, yo, you just talk about Kartel because Kartel this and Kartel that. But for me, Kartel deserve the ratings. You know what I mean? I know why I rate him. When I listen to him song them, I know why I rate him. I not say I love every song we do.
Right.
Songs that I don't love, but you know, for the most part, 90% of the songs the majority of the songs them are effective, and not only me think so, because if you drop them in one party, them work. You know, you understand?
Right.
So you know, I don't know, but a lot of people find it people think I'm biased when I talk about Kartel, but for me, Kartel is great. So I mean, that's my opinion. So,
all right, thanks. Keep up with good work, you know. I love the music and everything.
Respect, my brother.
Yeah. All right. So give thanks to Lo. All right, Chrome. I think we'll close it off right. So and think respect, brother, and give thanks to coming forward in for the program, sharing us your knowledge and expertise. And it was well received. Trust me. All heap of people have said that them love the live, it's entertaining, it's engaging, and them all learn. Any last words you like to leave with the viewers before you go?
Yo, I have a whole heap of last words. First of all, real music, you know what I mean? Do music out of love. You know what I mean? Just do it because you love it. You know what I mean? Make sure it's feel it. Just don't do it for the money. You understand? Do it. You know, and yo, I know my sound kind of old when I say this one, but yo, spread some positivity, yo. It's like spread some positivity. It's like we live in a place where it's too negative, man. Like spread some positivity. You know, like endorse your brother and sister them, yo. If I do or if Brando do a song and you like it, share it. That's the world we're in. Share it, you know what I mean? So spread it so the music can go further. And so on. So, you know, just don't give up though. You know, you understand? I was a youth in high school when I told my teacher that I wanted to be a radio DJ. She laughed at me. You understand? Here I am now. I'm not sure where she is, but I made my dream come true. So
yeah.
So you know, what I mean, just do your thing, dog, and respect to every DJ out there. You know, want nobody go like say them the rate DJs, you know, and them underrate DJs, you know. Respect to every DJ out there. The music can't go nowhere without a DJ. You understand?
True,
So
true,
respect
true.
every single DJ out there, every single listener that sit down and spend the time on this song. Respect, yo. Everything go. But yeah, just stay positive and do good things. Don't follow badness.
True. All right. Big up yourself and give thanks, Chrome. Bless up. All right.
All right, my brother.
This. Yeah, people. So as you see, that was ZJ Chrome, and as promised, I bring him forward on the program, right? So just in time. So people give thanks to people who give thanks to people who forward, donate to the stream, participate in terms of asking questions. You don't know, go 2 hours a while ago. Get a message, 2 hours. So it was a great show. See? So give thanks to for give thanks to those who participated again. If not, we're gonna make it a series. So like we're gonna showcase and so forth. So stay tuned. Alright? Subscribe and click the notification bell. Big up on yourself and bless.